Hello, my dear students. This a new part of simple interest for week 9, and we will work together today on some points, specific points um, in the simple interests at the end of the chapter. So it will be like covering some scenarios, which is will be very important for you to know, even for the real life situations. So So now the screen is shared in front of you. We have talked before about the present value and the future value. And we said the difference between two is that the present value is the price of an item just now. But the future value is the price of this item in the future. So there are two differences between both of them. So when you are going towards a point, you are bringing or you will try to find out the future value. But when you are getting the price of it just now, then this is the present value. If I tell you as example, a price of a car after 10 years will be 5,000 after 10 years, what's its price now? Then you need to bring the present value. But if I tell you, you took a loan now of 10,000 and you want to know the value of this loan after 10 years, how much you will pay after 10 years to the bank, the loan plus the interest, then this will be the future value. So, and we give an examples about the future value and the present value here in the X videos. So this is why when I will use F, S, and D, P is the present value and S is the future value. Okay. We have here something is called the focal date. What is the focal date and how we will go and work on it? The base is, like you see here, the sum of the dated values of replacement payment. The replacement payment means what? I have two payment or three payments or whatever, and I want just to adjust them to pay them all in a certain day. I just want to adjust all these accounts to resettle my situation and pay them only in a certain day. So, what I am going to do here, shall I get the present value or shall I get the future value? And this is the point. So, here we are trying to find out what we will get. So, sum of the dates value, it's based on actually uh, it based on where is the focal dates. So let me explain it on the board. I will stop share and I will explain it on the board. What do we mean by this example? So here, as you can see, if this is the focal date and this is a first amount and this is second amount, let's say the first amount is $500 and this is 3 months. This is 3 months, right? And here, this amount is, let's say, $1,000, and the time is 10 months. So when you come to see here, this is 3 months and this is 7 months from this. So this from the start itself, it is 10 months till here. From the start till here, till this point, it's 10 months. This is from the start till here, it's 3 months. Okay. I want now the present value of those two amounts are before the focal time, after the focal time, both of them after the focal time. So I want the value just right away here. For that reason, I will calculate here the present value. Again, I would say, as example, I took from the bank, I will take $500 after 3 months. And I will take $1,000 after 7 months from now. So I will take $500 after 3 months from now, right? I will take $500 after 3 months from now. Here is now. This is now. This is now. Okay. Now, so I will take $500 after 3 months from now. And I will also take $1,000 after 10 months from now. I just want to know what is the value of this amount here, now, in this moment. So now in this moment, that means I will get a present value. So I will look for the P, where P stands for present value. Present value. I'm going to look for the P now, which is the present value. Because the dates of the maturities here after the focal date. After the focal date. The situation is different when the focal date comes in between two amounts or three amounts or four amounts or whatever, like this. Did you see this example? So the amounts due is after the focal date. But if the amounts due is in between the focal dates, what will be the situation then? It's very easy. It is very easy. Let us look at this example. Let us look at this example. So here we go. This is amount one. It's here. Then here is the focal date, or the date which I will consolidate all these amounts. On this date, I will settle all my debts on this date. This is the meaning of the focal dates. And here is another amount, which is the second amount. Let's say here, as example, $400, and this is 3 months, or make it 6 months. And this is $1,000, and make it 9 months. How I would settle the situation here now? Now the focal date is in between them. Before this, the focal date was here, and the amounts were there. So the focal date was present now, and the amounts in the future. But now the focal date is in between those two amounts. So how I will settle the situation in this case? It's very easy. When I go like this, I will get the S, which is the future value. Okay, so I'm going like this to get the future. But now this amount in the future it's already. I just want to bring it now at the present. See, I'm saying now. I'm saying now. So here I will go backward to get the P, which is the present value. So the rule is, like I used to say to my students always, the rule is going forward, you will get the future value. Going backwards, you will get the present value. So it is like this. If I will go like this way, and here is the focal, here is the focal, then I will get the future value. Future value. But if I will go like this, and here is the focal, here is the focal date, then I will get the present value. Maybe it will look like so hard or something like this, but when we get an example, it will be very clear for all of you. So let's go for an example for this situation and see what does it mean and how to apply these words. Because when you discuss it without example, it will be just a little bit hard, but example will facilitate it and make it easy for you guys. So I'll share the screen now again. Here we go. That's what I was just explaining just now. So the focal date here, this is the focal date, and here you have after. You would take as example, someone will take $500 after 4 months. than from a bank, and he will take $600 after 6 months from the same bank. He wants to know what is the focal date here, or you have two bills of exchange, or you have two debts of yours. You borrowed two amounts of money. Amount of them is $500. It will be equal $500 after 4 months, and the other amount will equal $600 after 6 months. You just want to know what is the value of this amount right away. Or you owe the bank with $500 after 4 months from now, and you owe the bank with $600 after 6 months from now. But you just want to know if you will settle this amounts right away here. How much you will pay? You will pay less. Of course, you will pay less because you are going backward. As long as I'm said we are going backward, then this is present value. You're moving the opposite, you're moving like this, then this is a future value. Let's see an example for what we're talking about and making it easy. Okay, we have two amounts of money here. The focal date is like this. Uh, the focal date is like this, and the $500 and $600. Let me make an example for it, so it will be appearing to all of you clear. Hmm. So he's saying, can you calculate? Can you calculate the equivalent value today? Equivalent value means the present value. The word equivalent value means the present value today. Today of the following two scheduled payments. What are the scheduled payments? I have $500. After 4 months, they will be 500. They will be $500. Okay. I just want to know the $500 after 4 months. What is the value of them today? What is the value of this $500 today? And I have also 600. I owe the bank as example $600 after 6 months. They will be $600 after 6 months. I just want to know what is the value of this $600 today. If I will pay them today, the bank will give me a discount. They will be, of course, less than the $600. So let's go for the solution. I will draw it on the screen and we can calculate it. But just let me say first here, when you get the present value will equals, like we said in the X video, the present value will equal the nominal value divided by 1 plus the interest rates multiplied by the time, and we will get the first amount, which is $500. Second amount is the same thing, $600, which this is the $600 divided by 1 plus 0.06, which is the interest rate multiplied by the period of time. Let me make it on the board so it will clear. It will be clear for you guys when we make it on the board. I'll stop sharing. Yeah. And I will go back to this example again. So now here it is. He's telling me, can you calculate the equivalent value today of the equivalent of the following two scheduled payments? We have two scheduled payments and we have the focal date. The focal date is today. The focal date is today. Here we go. This is the focal date. Focal date. And we have two amounts. We have to pay, as example, we took from the bank $500, $500. And this $500 after 4 months, this period is 4 months. This period is 4 months. And we took also from the bank, We took from the bank $600, $600, and this period of the $600 is 6 months. So the time between the focal and between the maturity is 6 months for the 600, and it's 4 months for the 500. So I just want to know what is the present value now. If I want to settle these doubts, the future doubts, depths. Now I just want to settle this amounts here and this focal date. How much I will pay? Then I will say the present value will equals the future value divided by 1 plus r multiplied by t, whereas r is the rate of interest and t is the period of time. Then for the first amount, which is $500, P1 will equals, so let me do it here. For the first amount, P1 for the $500 will be the nominal value of the $500 is to bring the present value of the 500, we have to put the 500 first on the upper part of the nomination, and then divided by 1 plus the rate of interest. He said in the example that the rate of interest is 6%. We have the rate of interest is 6%. Then 6% is equal to 6 by 100, the same as 0.06. All are the same figure. 6%, like 6 divided by 100, or 0.06. All are the same thing. Then 1 plus 0.06 multiplied by the time. The time here for the first amount, the $500, is 4 months. I can't say 4 like this. I cannot leave it 4, because if it's 4 like this, that means it's 4 years. As I said before, the time will be calculated by years. Then I will have to divide it by 12, because I said if you want to change to month, divide by 12. If you want to change for days, divide by 360. If I didn't say this is a big year or a small year, 365 or 366. Okay, here we go. We have to finish these calculations now, and the end of this calculation will be 500 divided, it will be $490, point 20. So as example, if you owe the bank $500, you have to pay for the bank $500. This is how you can understand it. If you have to pay for the bank $500 after 4 months, and you have money now, and you will go to them and tell them, hey, I don't want to stay or wait another 4 months to pay my $500, which I owe you. If I will pay you now, how much I will pay? Then they will tell you, okay, you don't want to pay the 500 after 4 months, you can pay now $490.20. Again, I would say, what is the meaning of the future value and the present value? The future value means, like here, as example, let us do in this example, I have to pay the bank $500 after 4 months, or I owe you $500 after 4 months. Then I have money now. Why should I wait the 4 months to pay you the $500? I came and told you, hey, I just don't want to wait for 4 months to pay your $500. I want to pay them now. Do I have to pay them 500 or less? Yes, you will pay them less, because they will be the 500 divided by 1. This one is constant, plus the rate divided multiplied by time, by the time. Time is 4 months here. So this will be, you have to pay now the present value or the focal date, $490.20 only. Then you will have the discount of the rest. So the discount will be will equals, discount will equals the $500 minus $490.20. So this will come to I think $9.80, right? Yeah. So it will comes to the rest of this will be um, yeah, $9.80, and this will be the amount which of the discount which you had at the end of this time. Okay. So this how it works. Like this how it works. This how it works. So like you see here is very simple. This is the focal dates is out, like it's not in between the future dates. The future dates are after the focal date. They both of them after the focal date. Here is the focal date or the maturity date. We call it the focal or the maturity date. And those are the future dates. I'm saying again, this $500 after 4 months from now, I owe you $500. I have to pay you $500 after 4 months from now. Then I have money now. Why should I wait for 4 months? I can pay now. So I will tell you, okay, if I will pay now your $500, which I have to pay after 4 months, how much I will pay? Then we calculate it using the present value will equals the nominal value divided by 1 plus r times t. And we calculate it, $500 divided by 1 plus the rate of interest is 6%, the time is 4 months divided by 12. This gave me $490.20. So if you will pay me now, I will encourage you to pay less. I will encourage you to pay less. So you will pay only $490.20. So that means I will give you a discount of $9.80, which is the difference, the subtract of 500 minus the 490. 500 minus 490. Then this will be the discount which I will have. The discount is $9.80. What's the meaning of discount? I'm encouraging you to pay now. So I will leave you part of your debt. I will sacrifice, as I'm the lender or I'm the one who gave you the money. I will leave this money. You won't pay them $9.80. You will pay the rest, which is $490.20 only. So this was about the first amount. The second amount is the same thing, the $600 here. The $600 here, this one. We will do the same thing, but only the time will change because let's see what we will do in it. It's the same idea. Let's see. What we will do in the 6 months, what we did in the 500, we will do in the 600 exactly. Here we go. Here we go. So the scenario works like this. The scenario works like this. Here we go. Yeah. The scenario will go like this. This time, I finish the 4 months. I now will check out for the 6 months because this amount, $600 within 6 months, right? This is the 6 months from here till the from the time of payment, the time due, and this is the focal time date or the maturity date. So same thing. I would say that the present value, let me write it like this, present value will equals the future value, FUTURE, value divided by 1 plus rate by the time. Rate by the time. So the same thing. So this will be P, we call the present value P, P will equal the future value, which is S, divided 1 by 1 plus R by T. R is the rate, T is the time, and S is the future value. So what I will do here is the same thing which I did before. The future value is $600. The future value is the $600. So $600 divided by 1 plus the rate is the same rate, 0.06, which is 6%, by time. The time is now 6 months. It will be 6 by 12. Just finish it with the calculator, but take care, you have to finish the brackets first, in brackets first. So 0.06 by 6 divided by 12, finish it, then add it to 1. Then all this you will divide by 600 by all this amount. So this will comes to, it will be uh, amount of 582 will equals 582 $582 plus 0.52 cents. What's the meaning of this? The meaning of this is, if I will pay now, I owe you $600 after 6 months. And I just want to pay them just right away, now. I don't want to wait another 6 months to pay the amount of money. So how much I will pay now? How much should I pay now? Okay, so if I will pay now, I will pay only $582.52. The thing is, the others, of course, as a discount. So the discount will be, if I want to calculate the discount will be the nominal value, which is $600, minus the present value, which you got it here, 582.52, and we will calculate it and get the rest of it here. It will be $17.48. It will be $17.48 as example. So this is, so you would say the present value minus the nominal value minus the present value. It will give you the discount, how much it is. This was in the case of the focal point, the focal wave, the focal date is before the maturity dates. Let's see this example now. The second example is, I want to share the screen. So here we go. How about this case? In that case now, the situation is different because the focal date here in between two maturity dates. Before this, look at this. Before this, the focal date was here and the maturity dates were here. So focal date was preceding or before both the maturity dates. But here, and by the way, if I want to know how much I paid, then I will take the first present value plus the second present value, then the all will be 1072. And so here, let me complete this example before I leave it. So how much I will pay now for all my debts, the first debt and the second debt. So I put all of them all together. So here we go. Let me stop sharing and do it on the board. So now the first doubt was, or the first thing, the present value was for the $500, which was the start of the example. It was $490.20. We didn't do anything. And the second amount after we finish it was 582, 582.52. This was for the $500 and this was for the $600. Okay. Now what we will do is we'll bring the total of them, total of what have I have to pay now if I didn't wait till this maturity dates. If you didn't wait for 4 months and 6 months, what I should pay just now. So this will comes to 490.20 plus 582 plus 0.52, and this will comes to the total of, like you have in the example on this slide, all will comes to 1072 1072.72 cents. That is in dollars. Okay, the whole amounts, the real amounts was $1,100. So the submission of the nominal of the future is 500 and 600, 500 and 600. That equals $1,100. So the discount will be how much? The discount, the total discount will be the future value minus the present value. The future is S and the present is P. Then it will be equals $1,100, which is the future value, minus 1072.72. This will equals, let's see by the calculator. Let's see by the calculator. 1,100 minus 1072.72. That will equals $27.28. That will equals $27 will equals $27.28. And this is the amount which you will pay if you didn't wait till the maturity date. If you didn't wait for the 4 months and 6 months to pay the money you owe or you borrow, then if you will pay it now, you will take a discount of this amount, which is $27.28. And this, of course, just to discourage you to pay earlier. Let's go now to the other example. Let's go now to the second example, which is about the if the focal date is in between two maturity dates. If the focal date is in between two maturity dates, what is the situation in this case and how it looks like? What will be the situation and how it will be? Now the case is like this. The case is like this. The case is I have the focal date is here. This is the focal date. And I have two maturity dates, one before and one after. So I have one amount due here and one amount due here. And I just want to know the value of them in the focal date in the middle. Before this, the focal date was here and the two amounts were in the future. So, like I said before, you are going like this way, you will get the sum. You will get backward, then you will get the present value. Again, if you are going forward, you will get the sum of the amount, sum of the amount. But if you will return back, if you bring backward, then you will bring the present value, the present value. And this is the idea. Before this, just let me remind you on one place, before this, here was the focal date. Focal was here. And we have two amounts. That's why we return it back for both of them. This amount we have to return back, and this amount we have to return back. When we return back, like you see here, we get the present value. And this is the only difference between the case 1 and between the case 2. Case 1, case 1 is here. The focal is here. And those are the future payment. Case 2, the focal is in between two maturity dates. Let's see an example for this, then go back to the board and solve it. I will leave this because this is the case which we will work in now. Let me share the screen and we'll check out an example. Here is it now. Now look at this. The focal date is, here is 4 months for 400 today and 6 months for 100,000 in the future. How I will solve it? And the interest rate is 5%. A payment of $400 is due today. Okay, see, is due today. And a payment of $1,000 is due after 6 months. Okay, after 6 months. So find the single payment due at 4 months. So after 4 months, how much I will pay on the focal date, which is equivalent to the given 2 payments. Use a focal date of 4 months. So now this 400 today and 1,000 after 6 months. I won't see after 4 months how they will be. And the interest rate is 5%. Look at this. The focal date is in between two maturity dates. The focal date in the middle now. So here we go. Here we go. The first amount, we will get the future value like I told you. So it's $400 plus the rate is 5%. Multiply by the time. The time is 4 months. This $400. You will get them because you will move like this. You are moving like this. So you move forward. Moving forward, then you will get the future value or the sum of the amount. Moving forwards like this, you will get the future value or the amount. You're going like this. But backward, this 1,000 you will get backward. Backward is the present value. You will get the present value. You have to get the present value. Okay. Moving again, moving forward because the focal date is in the middle between two maturity dates. So as long as it's between two maturity dates, then I will check where I'm going backward or forward. The 400, I'm moving like this way, moving towards 4 months. Then this is future value. Then I will get the sum of the amount. Oh, that's not a problem. But the 1,000, I'm moving backward to get them on this vehicle. So I have to get the present value. So I have to get the present value here. That's fine. That's fine. So let's first do the first part, which is the $400. I want their value after 4 months. It's easy, man. It's not a problem. Let's go and see. In that case, we have here $400, and you want the amount is 4 months. The amount is 4 months. 4 months. This is the focal date. Right. So this amount, how I will calculate it? I will say this, I have to bring the future value, which is S will equals the present value or the amount now. The principal is 400 plus multiply by 1 by plus R by T. This is for the bringing the sum of the amount. We had it in the X lecture. So S will equal the $400 multiplied by 1 plus 1 is constant here plus R by T. R is the rate. He said the rate of interest is 5%. So 0.05. 5%. Multiplied by the time. Time is 4 months. 4 divided by 12 because we said when the time is months, we have to divide by 12. So this amount will be 406.67. 406.67. So what you will pay now, you have 400 now. After 4 months, they will be 406.67. Let's go to the second amount. The second amount it is $1,000 after 6 months from now as well. It is $1,000, 1,000 US dollars. But wait. It is this amount is after 6 months from now. Or 6 months from now. You mean it's how long from this time? Like how long from this time? 6 months from now, 6 months from now, those all, look at this. This amount is 6 months. But hey, wait a minute. I will not return back the 6 months. I will not return back the 6 months. The only thing I will return is just because I have from them already 4 months here. So the focal, between the focal time and between this 1,000 is 2 months only. Is 2 months only. Actually, it is 2 months. Why I'm saying this? Why I'm saying this? Again, simply because of one point. Because all the time is 6 months. All the period of time is 6 months. But till the focal date from the chart itself is 4 months. And he said from here to here, 4 months. And he said all the amount is 6 months. But I just want to calculate from the maturity date into the focal date. It's only amount of 2 months. 6 minus 4 will be 2 months only. It will be 2 months only. 6 minus 4, it will be 2 months only. Now, what I am going to do here, all I'm going to do here is just to calculate the present value of the 1,000 for 2 months, how much they are in the focal date. Okay, I will calculate now, but with the same interest rate. With the same interest rate. So the present value will equals the future value divided by 1 plus R, which are the rate, multiplied by the time. So this will equals, I think I have to, okay. So here, let me say now again, this is the focal time. Let me make it from the start back. I will make it from the start back for all the students back because I was not sharing. I was sharing the screen, so the monitor was small, so you was not able to see it very well. Let me do it from the start itself. The example is saying we have two amounts of money. We have two amounts of money. Let me see the example back. Yes, we have two amounts of money. $400 I have to pay. Now this is the focal date. This is the case here now, the focal. Now this is $400 here, $400 here, and this $400 I have to pay it after 4 months. The amount here is 4 months. And the rate of interest is 5%. 5% is the rate of interest. So this is the first part of the example. So now I said, when you move forward, I'm moving now to the focal. This is the focal. I am moving to the focal. As long as I'm moving to the focal, and the maturity dates is after the focal is after the maturity date, focal is after the maturity date, then I have to bring the sum. The sum of this will be the principal, which is 400, multiplied by 1 plus R by T. R is the rate and T is the time. So it will equals $400 multiplied by 1 plus the R. The rate is 5%, 0.05, multiplied by the time. The time is 4 months. 4 divided by 12 because it's months. So this amount will equals 406.67 dollars. So $400 now will be $406.76 67 cents after 4 months from now. How about the second amount? The second amount is $1,000. It is $1,000. It is $1,000 here, $1,000. But this $1,000 is what? Is when? It is after 6 months from now, from the 400, with the 400, from the time of the 400. So here already, now this is all from here. Let us look at this. From here to here, those 2 points is 6 months. Hey, wait, man. Hey, wait. All this time of period of time is 6 months. Out of them, there are 4 months here. Then how long it will be from the date of the maturity date till the focal date? Only 2 months. How did I calculate it? How did I calculate it? Because all this is 6 months. Until here, only the first amount is 4 months. So the second amount will be 6. So this amount from the focal, the 1,000, will be 6 months, the total minus 4 months, then it will equals 2 months. Okay, how can I get now? Now I said when I'm moving backward because I have to bring the value, the present value. Why? Because the maturity date is after the focal value. As long as I'm going backwards, like I said, as long as I'm going backward, then I have to bring the present value. So the present value here, present value will be the future value divided by 1 plus r by t. So the present, the future value is 1,000. It's 1,000. 1,000 divided 1 plus the r is the same, 5%, unless he change it. 5%, 0.05 divided by the duration or the time is 2 months. So 2 divided by 12. And that's at the end will equals 991.74. Okay, 991.74. 991.74 dollars. So this amount is 406.67. This amount is 991.74. Then the total on the focal date, submission of total on the focal date will equals the first amount, which is 406.67 plus the second amount, which is 991.74. This all will come to on the equivalent payment will be 1398.41. 1398.41 dollars. This is the amount on the maturity date. Okay, guys, this is how it works. This is how it works. So I hope that you understand it by this way, and it's also it's in chapter 7 on the slides of the chapter 7. Like I told you, this is on pages the examples of the equivalent dates values is on the pages 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 of the chapter 7. So you can go to it. And also it's loan repayments. It's a kinds of settlement for the loans. So in all the cases, just know when you move forward, when you are going in this direction, you have to bring the sum or the future value. When you go backward, then you are looking for the present value. And it's very simple to know it by this way. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.